Okay, in 3.3, you guys will be using long division and synthetic division of dividing polynomials. So let's start with long division, and then the next video will be synthetic division. Just like old school, you guys knew how to divide 312 by 5 without using a calculator. Let's do that. Back in the day, you guys did 5 divided into 312. 5 divided by, or 312 divided by 5. You figure out how many times 5 went into 31. 5 goes into 31 6 times. That's 30. 6 times 5 will give you 30. And you subtract that. You have 1 left over. Then you bring down the 2. Now you have 12. Then you do the same thing. How many times does 5 go into 12? 5 goes into 12 2 times. 5 times 2 is 10. I subtract those. And I end up with 2. And that ends up being my remainder. Let's talk about a few things that have names to them. All right, so our dividend is P of X. Our dividend, I'm actually going to show you all these. Our dividend is P of X. That's what we're dividing into. The divisor, D of X, is 5. It's what we're dividing by. We're dividing 5 into 312. We divide our divisor into our dividend. Our quotient is our solution. All right, that's our solution, 62. After we divided 5 into 312, and then obviously R of X, that's our remainder. That was 2. We can write the solution in a few different ways. All right, we can write the answer in P of X over D of X as Q of X plus R over X over D of X. Q of X being our quotient, in this case, the quotient was 62, plus R of X, which is our remainder, 2, over D of X, which is our divisor, which is 2. So we can write it just like that. All right, call that the mixed number form. Or we can write it like this. P of X would equal D of X, our divisor, which is 5, times Q of X, which is our quotient, in this case it's 62, plus our remainder. Our remainder was 2. All right, we have two different ways, a mixed number form and an improper form. So let's look at this with polynomials. Divide the two polynomials using long division. Write the answer in both forms. We're going to use the mixed number form and the improper form. All right, so just like I set it up before, I'm going to write this with a divisor and a divisor and, sorry, I'm losing my memory, divisor and a dividend. All right, so I'm going to set D of X, 2x plus 1, divided into 4x cubed plus 6x squared plus 8x plus 9. And I'm going to point out that if you're missing one of those exponents counting down, you have to put a 0 in its place. So if I didn't have a square here, I'd have to put a 0 there just to cover that space. We have to cover all the spaces counting all the way down. All right, now let's divide. When we use long division, let's look at the 2x. So we'll look at 2x. We say, okay, what times 2x will give me 4x cubed? Well, if I multiply 2x by 2, that'll give me the 4. And the x squared will give me x squared times x, which will give me x cubed. Now I'm going to take this 2x squared and I'll multiply it times both of those. And I'll put it below. Don't like that there. 2x squared times 2x will give me 4x cubed. All right, that was just this times that. 2x squared times 1 will give me 2x squared. Now I am subtracting these. I'm subtracting both of those. So make sure I put them in parentheses. So it looks like I'm distributing the negative. That's gone. That was the whole point to it. 6x squared minus 2x squared is 4x squared. Bring down the 8x. Bring down the 9 if you really want to. It's plus 8x plus 9. Now let's do it again. What times 2x will give me the 4x squared now? All right, what times 2x will give me 4x squared? So I'm going to be 2x. And let's do the same thing. Let's multiply. 2x times 2x is 4x squared. Oh, I don't know what happened there. It's 4x squared. I'll just slide it over. And 2x times the 1 is 2x. And that goes here. And again, I'm going to subtract I'm going to subtract both of them. I'm going to subtract, that's gone. I subtract that, I'm left with 6x. And then again, actually plus there. Again, bring down 9. And then the last step, what times 2x? Again, back up to here. What times 2x will give me 6x? It would be 3. Then I'll bring those down. I'll multiply 3 times the 2x, which gives me 6x. And 3 times the 1 give me 3, so plus 3. And again, I'm subtracting those. That's gone. This would be a remainder of 6. Now the last thing, I know that's my remainder because nothing times 2x will give me the 6. I can't multiply anything by 2x to give me 6. So that's my final answer, my remainder. All right. Now they're asking for both forms. All right. So here is what I ended up with. I have 2x squared plus 2x plus 3. And I also ended up with a remainder of 6 down here. And I also know my divisor and my dividend. Let's go ahead and write down everything. The mixed number form. All right, that's q of x. Remember the q of x. I'm just go back here. Q of x was your. Just go back here. Q of x was your quotient, which is 62. That's your solution. So let's go back and write that. Sorry for this noise in the background. There's some students. Q of x. All right, that's your quotient. So in this case, it's 2x squared. So I'm writing this in mixed number form. 2x squared plus 2x plus 3 plus, the next part is your remainder, your r of x. Our remainder was 6. Yep, it was 6. Divided by d of x, which is your divisor. In this case, it was 2x plus 1. There you go. That is the mixed number form. All right, that's the mixed number form. Improper fraction form. It's right there. That's going to be d of x. That's your divisor. In this case, it was 2x plus 1. Times, I'm going to keep that in parentheses, times q of x, which is your quotient. Our quotient was our answer that we got, which was 2x squared plus 2x plus 3. And then plus your remainder. Our remainder was 6. This is the improper form. So 2 different ways to write it. Both answers, a mixed number form and the improper form.